Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're well on this fabulous, wonky Wednesday. That's it. It's the midweek hump, baby. And we all have a midweek hump. I hope you all have a fantastic midweek hump. You're looking fantastic. And we've got some meat and potatoes to get into because this is video 1 of potentially 3. So keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already and hit the notification bell just in case YouTube does decide to send out notifications, which they don't always. But anyway. Look, we've got something to talk about. Maya Henry. We're going to talk about, first of all, what she said, why she said it, and how we feel about what she said and why she said it. So we do that? Let's do it, because I know you've got thoughts and feelings. I've got thoughts and feelings, so let's crack on. So Liam Payne smoked the H, sexted fans, and struggled with identity. Well, I'll tell you what makes me laugh is not, I haven't seen, maybe I'm wrong, but not one fan has come out and said this. Have I missed it? Have I missed it? I don't know. So we just have a quick look. Let's just have a quick look. Liam Payne sexted me. Let's see if that comes up with anything. No, what comes up? The only person who's talking about it. Liam Payne smoked the hate, sexted fans. Bombshell report 16 hours ago. Brilliant, lost damage. That's the Rolling Stones, which I could talk about that as well because that's another fucking hit piece. Liam Payne's ex talks. So Liam Payne struggle. So there's not anything what I can see where someone has come out and physically said, "I'm a fan," and look what Liam Payne done. Again, this is the issue that I have with this. Look, I'm all for people talking and having an opinion, right? But what I can't get my head around, let me just bring my beautiful face back up for a second. What I don't get is the timing of this, the timing of it. We've literally got this court situation looming. We've got a situation where Liam Payne goes to Buenos Aires and you see him on camera being carried around like a fucking rag doll. I ain't calling you either, you stay where you are. Dragged around like a rag doll, and then minutes later he winds up dead. And then you've got this story of how he was descending into chaos throughout the day, but then you've got other people saying that weren't the case. You've got people saying that he was ordering the D-Rugs off Roger. Somehow that's now been changed to Ezekiel was actually the person who he texted that. So that text or message has been completely fucking forgotten about, unless it was bullshit in the first place, which wouldn't surprise me, considering that we've had one toxicology report that was bollocks. We've had a second one come out, which we don't know how accurate that is or not, because both of them seem to have come out quicker than any other toxicology report we've ever seen in the history of toxicology reports. And all that around his girlfriend, Kate Cassidy at the time, leaving because she had to get home to their dog because they had responsibilities. Liam knew they had responsibilities, apart from the fact that he's clearly seen calling her a loser on the morning or before she leaves, which wouldn't say that they're on the same page. It's odd, it's bizarre, but look, I obviously feel a certain way about this. And Rogelio Norres, don't get me started on that, motherfucker. But let's just get back into this, and then we'll come back and have a chat about it. So, silence on the devil, Inside's mate, bombshell claims Liam Payne's former fiancée, Maya Henry, has spoken out about her ex for the first time in 4 months after his death, aged 31. An explosive new interview, which claims the One Direction star used the H, sexted fans, no evidence of sexing of fans, nothing that I've seen. If there is, then I stand corrected. And if it's anything that's come through her, not fucking interested in that, because if she's a conduit to the information, like I've spoken to this person, come here, Jane, come here, tell him what he did, tell him. I don't want none of that. And use the H, which, funnily enough, has come from this situation. That was mentioned. I think Rogelio Norres was the first person who said that. And it just so happens that Rogelio Norres and Maya Henry and Azteca Henry, they've all been together. I've shown you before, they were at a party together, they know each other, they're connected, and yeah, and this timing is just perfect. Just absolutely perfect. Just when they're about to hit the courtroom and have a discussion about, you know, what sort of person Liam was and how would Rogelio fucking Norres get off of this situation by by the authorities believing that Liam Payne was just a fucking disaster and that nobody else had. In fact, fuck that. I'm not even going to I'm not going to talk about that anymore. The stuff. You know what she said? She said that he struggles with his identity. It's an absolute fucking nightmare. Their relationship descended into chaos. She tried to stay with him through thick and thin. That seems fucking very similar to what we've just heard another person say, near enough word for word. Stuck through them by thick and thin until you fucked off, and you tramp. You stuck by him through thick and thin until what? I don't get it. I don't get it. Is there any mention of why things eventually descended into chaos? It annoys the shit out of me. And like I say, look, if someone's got a story to tell your fucking story. But when somebody is making accusations about somebody, I was going to read that. Like into Smoking H, it was normal for Liam to do the Devil's Dandruff, the K, the MDMA. He was doing more fucking letters than the fucking alphabet. He was basically like an episode of fucking Sesame Street. But look, it's about the timing of it, right? Like I say, you've got this court situation looming. You've got somebody who is connected to the Maya Henry family in Rogelio Norris, and he is trying to defend himself, saying that basically Liam Payne was his own person. He was going to do what he was going to do. I have no authority to stop him doing what he wants to do. If he wants to do this, if he wants to do that. The issue that I've always had is facilitation. If Jeff Payne is telling the truth, which I would say absolutely undeniably is that Rogelio Norris was somebody who was actually facilitating the things that were harmful to Liam Payne, not facilitating in anything positive or trying to help him stay clear of it. This seemingly being proven by Vitar being fired after finding that both Rogelio Norris and Liam had lied to the medical practitioner about Liam, which then resulted in this trip to Argentina after Rogelio Norris had put down on paper, I'm not having anything to do with his care again. Don't that seem suspect in itself? That he actually formally writes a letter that basically says, I'm nothing to do with Liam's care anymore, and then, lo and behold, Liam winds up dead, and his argument is that he's got nothing to do with Liam's care anymore. It's another coincidence, I'm sure. Coinky-dink number 57 of the Liam Payne case, where Rogelio Norris emails and says, I'm no longer involved, and later on has to say in court, because Liam Payne's dead, I'm not involved in his care, and I emailed to the point. But yet, what I can't get my head around is why doesn't anybody in this fucking country, Argentina, ask somebody at the hotel and says, did Rogelio Norris offer himself forward and say, I am the manager of Liam Payne? Or was he acting in a way that would suggest that he was indeed managing Liam Payne's stay, managing his finances, managing what was going on around him? That's the only thing that has to happen here. That's the only thing. If you're not a manager, if you've got nothing to do with this whatsoever, and you're just his dear friend, then why are you booking the hotel room? Why are you emailing on his behalf? Why are you talking to his medical practitioners at all? Why are they emailing you at all? Anyway, this is about Maya Henry. Like I say, Maya Henry, I just can't get the timing, because the only person you're talking to now, Maya, is Liam's son. That's the only person you're talking to now. You know, Cheryl Cole, yes, she's Liam Payne's ex, but she's an ex. She'll move on. She'll find someone else. They'll get together. But the person who is behind is Bear, Liam Payne's son. Now, he's not at an age where he will understand anything, but fuck me, when he's older, he will understand. And this is what he's going to see. This is what he's going to hear. And what picture does that paint? So I ask, what is your end game? What are you looking to do? What, just to make Liam Payne's legacy so poisonous that his son stares down the barrel of this horrendous? There's no benefit to it. There's absolutely no benefit to it. You may have things to say, you may have things that you think and feel, but there is no benefit to sharing it. I hate to say it, but there is absolutely no benefit, because Liam Payne is no longer here. If you are that angry that it's now about retribution in a way that you're that nasty that this is now about destroying the legacy of someone who can't fight themselves. In one breath you're saying as if he couldn't help it because he turned into this different person through all of these, but again I'd say the same thing to Kate Cassidy. You turn around and you can argue and say, well, he went into these periods of doing these things like drink and D-rugs and whatever, but then you're parading yourself on social media with a drink in your hand every fucking 5 minutes and dragging him out to these venues while he's simultaneously saying, I don't want to be here. I'm doing things as normal, what I don't want to do. It's like these fucking idiots can't understand that you're putting someone in a position they don't want to be in that then turns bad, and then you point the finger at them and say, this is your fault. Well, they're thinking, oh, I don't even want to fucking be doing this. Send help. So, look, I just can't get my head around it. I don't see the point of it. It just seems nasty. The only person who this is going to affect in the long run is Bear. You know, even Liam's parents, you know, they'll cop some flack for it. They'll get to see it and think, whatever. But they're his parents. And they'll have an unconditional love for Liam. They'll know things that we don't know. And perhaps they're aware of some of the difficulties. We know that Liam Payne had difficulties. He didn't hide his difficulties. But Bear is a completely different animal. This is his son you're talking about, and it seems to me that you are literally just trying to pour poison in the ointment that ultimately the biggest person that this will ever have an effect on is Liam Payne's son. So I need to ask you, do you think that Liam Payne's son deserves to have his father's legacy destroyed for what? Because you feel hard done by? Because you didn't get out of Liam what you wanted out of Liam? He didn't become the person you wanted him to be, but what did you do to facilitate in sending him down either the path that he went or the path that you wanted him to go? A multi-billionaire family that was unable to help Liam Payne, and then you're that angry about it. I have to ask, well, at the first sign of that there was issues, why didn't you just fucking walk away? Why did you go back to Liam? Some of them don't sit right here. And again, this just seems to me about toxicity. Someone is angry. This is hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. But the only person you're burning here is a little boy. And the question is, does that little boy deserve it? Because Liam can't be hurt no more. He's gone. Love you all. Mwah.